Hello, welcome back to my channel, yes. So, the transfer window is almost done. We still don't have a right back, we're not getting a right back, it's too late for that. There's still some other players that we're potentially maybe flirting with, potentially talking, admiring, all of that. Bring up the Lee Gunner clip for that. Let's see it. Big up to Hungry Lion, which I think is Steel's new name. We bought 9 players and we still didn't solve any of our glaring issues. I don't entirely agree, but I think our biggest issue, a right back and a competent goalkeeper, these things have not been fixed. I think a lot of things come down to tactics as much as it comes down to players. I think we fixed the age of the midfield, but that doesn't mean we fixed the depth of it, because we've loaned out the likes of Echeverry, who I think provides better depth than Bernardo Silva, with all due respect. So I don't think we fixed no issues, but I think we've left some issues unfixed, undeniably. Big up Alfie, big up to everyone in here. According to City Chief, I'll get to this in a minute by the way, but apparently the agreement between Donnarumma and Man City is false. Now it's not according to City Chief, it's according to a Man City journalist. City Chief just re-reported it. So this Man City journalist is a mouthpiece of the club, basically. He says what the club wants him to say. He doesn't always say what's true. Sometimes clubs don't want the truth to be out. Sometimes when you're getting a new goalkeeper, you don't want to confirm that personal terms are done until your old guy is gone. So I think that might be what we're going at here, but I'll get there when I get there. This better not be true, I completely agree. I would love Donnarumma. Listen, I think with Trafford, he had one good game, one bad game. And the bad game he had, I think you as a coach tell your goalkeeper, don't pass the ball in your own 16-yard box. Suddenly that bad game isn't as bad anymore. The first goal from Johnson, I think he should stop it. But if it's only one mistake you're making, I don't think it's that big of a deal after you've played a brilliant game. But with Trafford, the thing is, I'm not certain. I think he could be great, but I'm not certain. Donnarumma, there is no doubt for me that he'll be a great goalkeeper. I think that's where the difference lies. And I think that's important to state as well. Because a lot of people don't want Donnarumma. They back Trafford. Fair enough. If Donnarumma doesn't come, I too will back Trafford. I think he's got a potential as a great goalkeeper. But I would rather have the certainty of someone like Donnarumma than relying on potentially great. Even if he could indeed be potentially great. Shambolic defense. Arteta getting another defender now. What? Why are they getting another defender? They need a... Bro. They sign all the players except the ones they don't need. If I was an Arsenal fan, I'd have some headlocks by now. At least they got Eze, that's a good. And they got Gyökeres, to be fair. That's more than they've done the last 5 windows combined. Bro, can we just get rid of Ederson already? Get Donnarumma. I need my goalkeeper Donnarumma now, immediately. Do you think we'll get him? I still think we get Donnarumma. Maybe I'm coping. Big up to Rosa here, by the way. Big up to Rosa. Let me pin that. And yes, do be liking, subscribing. It does help out a ton. Because whenever I criticize Pep Guardiola, I lose subscribers. You know what? I shall show you guys something. I'll show you guys something wonderful. We'll get back to this in a second, yeah? But a lot of people call me a grifter because I don't know. I think people misunderstand how much a YouTuber earns. But let me show you guys something, yeah? So this is how much I've earned the past month as a grifter. And let me show you guys my subscribers, yeah? In fact, you'll see it better here. So, this is when I was talking positively about Man City after the Wolves game. Yeah, after the Wolves game, I talked positively about Man City. Shoots upwards. You lose one, you gain, well, that happens, but like, generally, you talk positively about the club, shoots upwards. Then, I did one stream where I criticized the club. Dropped down by 4. People who think that negativity works on YouTube, you know fuck all about YouTube, no offense. Really, people on YouTube do not appreciate negativity. Because I'm tired of people telling me that. Oh, you're only saying it for the views. If I wanted views, I'd be positive all the time. I've been doing YouTube for a year now. If I want 1,000 views, I know what I have to do. I have videos that consistently hit 1,000 views with my Man City's greatest videos and my video on what made football great in the past. If I'm grifting, I'll be hitting 1,000 views. I'm so tired of people telling me I'm grifting. I'm grifting for the whole €3 I made this month. Jesus. Hello, big up, how are you? Predictions on Ederson to Galatasaray. Ederson will say, says Rosa. Hey, Rosa is not positive. Rosa is not positive. Toxic and negative here. Hello, big up to him. How are you? Breaking news. The selection of the Belgian squad. Bertaccini. Gloria. Finally. People will understand. People are sleeping on this man. People will finally understand why I say he's the best baller in the whole fucking league. They'll see him. This guy, yeah, he won't be at Anderlecht long. He'll be going to a top club. And I ain't talking Arsenal, bro. I'm talking a top club. He might be at Bayern München soon. They still need a left winger, yeah? He might be at Bayern München soon. Romeo Vermont. Isn't he injured? I mean, sure, but he's injured. Inshallah, Man City sell Ederson to Galatasaray and sign Gianluigi Donnarumma as his replacement. We need a goalkeeper. I mean, we're talking about Donnarumma, so let's skip to Donnarumma. So this is the latest news from the club. This guy, basically club mouthpiece. 90% of the things he says about Man City are things he's been told verbatim by the club. He's a mouthpiece. That's what he is. Now, here's why I would call this into question. Fabrizio Romano is directly communicating with agents of players. If Fabrizio Romano tells you this club has agreed personal terms, with this player, I cannot see a world where Fabrizio tweets that without it being 100% undeniably true. He will have confirmed this from multiple different high-level sources. I think what's going on here is Man City wants to sell Ederson, and that they don't want anybody to know that they've agreed personal terms. That's why that's why Fabrizio tweeting that out was bad for the club, because it puts pressure on Man City to now sell Ederson. If everyone knows you've got personal terms agreed with Donnarumma, first of all, Galatasaray knows you're just pinch pursing. You really desperately want Donnarumma, which means you really desperately need to sell Ederson. Now, the leverage is more with Galatasaray than it was with us. I think that this Donnarumma agent told Fabrizio, knowing that it would put pressure on Man City. Fabrizio tweeted it out because he does anything for a paycheck. And Man City is put under pressure now. So that's why they're going out and saying, no, we haven't agreed personal terms. I call bullshit. I think that's bullshit. Fabrizio doesn't just tweet that stuff out. If you go through how often Fabrizio is wrong about things, he's pretty much never wrong. I can't remember the last time he's claimed something to have happened. Absolutely certain. And it didn't happen. I can't remember the last time. Gustav Nielsen could leave Club Brugge. Yeah, flop he was. Your defense is the biggest issue. If that is not in order, you will keep on having balls moments. It's that simple. I agree. I think sometimes it's that simple. Our defense is... Should I call it shit? I think it is shit. If you look at the standards that Man City have set, compared to that, our defense is absolutely shit. We've got no right back, we've got one left back, and our centre back pairing is old. Now, we've got Husanov on the bench, but on the bench he's not doing much, is he? We've got Guardiola, but he's injured. Okay, fair. I think when you just look at that defense, it's so fragile, but I think it's also midfield depth, in that we don't have any depth in that midfield. Who can play the 10? Who can play the 10? Cherky and Foden. But they give you completely something else. Okay, I like both, but I want them both to be playing at the same time. I think Cherky is better as a winger anyhow. So who's your 10? Who's your backup 10? Is it Silva? Is it Gundogan? I don't think that's depth. I don't think that's depth. Meanwhile, if you had Echeverri on the bench, I think that's depth. I think we've sent out players on loan who could bring you depth, and kept old players. I forget the exact count, but I think 8 of our current players in this squad are on their final year in their contracts. I think it's 8, maybe it's 7. That's a lot of players to have in a squad whose their contracts expires. I don't think we have depth in midfield. I don't think defense is the only problem. It's the biggest problem, but it's not the only problem. If you are able to bring off a world-class winger off the bench and a Claudio Echeverri when you're 2-0 down to Spurs, that game looks different. Are we even getting Donnarumma? Romano said yesterday he agreed personal terms with City. I think that personal terms are agreed. The club is denying it, but they did it. You know what it is, yeah? You know what it is? It's when you get caught red-handed in something. You do something, and then you're caught red-handed. You don't want Ederson to know you're orchestrating him to leave. You don't want Galatasaray to know that you've got your next goalkeeper lined up who you're desperate for. You want this all to stay under wraps. But Donnarumma's agent keeps going towards Fabrizio, and Fabrizio keeps tweeting it out because he gets paid to do that. And you're caught red-handed, so you've got to make up an excuse now. You've got to make up a reason why you didn't agree personal terms to keep your leverage in the trade, to make it look to Galatasaray like you don't really want to sell Ederson. But when it looks like you do want to sell Ederson, now Galatasaray has the leverage. Now Galatasaray can say, hey, you want Ederson gone. Why are you demanding 25 million? We'll give you 15 million. And if you don't accept 15 million, you don't get Donnarumma. That is what leverage is. When you've lost that, which I think we have due to Fabrizio, you want to win it back. I think this is just the club trying desperate as they can. Ilkay, come home to Gala. We will respect you. Hey, big up to Galatasaray fans. You know one thing, yeah? Galatasaray fans are top tier. That's what they are. Do you remember the the Netherlands-England semi-final 2024? Felix Zoari is referee for Club Brugge. Was he the referee in that game? That was one of the most boring games ever. I did a watch long to that, didn't I? I think I did. Unless you can score more than you concede in a match, you're finished. Yeah. I mean, people try to overcomplicate football sometimes, but this is the basics of football. This is football 101. This is the basics. I don't know how much more basic you can make it. That this is football. Sometimes people overcomplicate it. I overcomplicate it sometimes. We all are guilty of this. But sometimes you just need to remember the basics. Whoever scores more wins. Sometimes you just need to remember that. The problem with a mediocre defense is if you concede first, the pressure is on you. I agree. If you concede a second, I don't agree with this. I think when you have real quality, you can come back. Like, take the treble season, where we had people like Mahrez coming off the bench. We were losing 2-0 to Tottenham. Mahrez, on that pitch, changes everything. I think that's the difference between Mahrez and Doku. That's the difference between Mahrez and Savio. And I don't care how inexperienced they are. We need ready now players. Go loan out the players who need 2 or 3 years more to come in. Get the players who right now can give a performance. From what I've seen, neither Doku nor Savio can give me a performance right now. Doku will never be able to do it, I think. I just don't think he's got the talent for it. Well, he's got the talent technically, but not mentally. So, yeah. I think we just lack the ability to come back. Oh yeah, I saw this. Jude Bellingham, not Jude, Job Bellingham. He's a brat, isn't he? Good, what about you? I'm doing great as well, thank you for asking. Views don't really matter if people don't watch enough of your video. Watch hours is key. That's not how it works. Like, if someone clicks on your video, they immediately get an advertisement. So every view is already one advertisement watched. So views do matter. Well, watch time is great, but views do matter. They really do. It's just a potential squad. It's not the official squads yet. Okay. Michael is going to do a double watch along to Club Brugge, Rangers and Benfica against Fenerbahce with a special one. What's the stance set in the Benfica game? Yeah, I agree. Right, Jack. Because it's all about this, yeah? It's all about this. You want to sell Ederson? Well, nobody should be knowing that you're really desperate here for Donnarumma. Now that they know we're desperate for Donnarumma, now that they know we're on our knees for Donnarumma, they will not offer the same price. They'll offer us less. They know. We are on our knees begging for Donnarumma. We are on our knees praying for Ederson to leave so we can get Donnarumma. Galatasaray know that. And they're gonna use that to their advantage. You want Donnarumma? Well, we're the only ones buying Ederson. Lower that price. That's why you've got to deny it. I think Fabrizio kind of fucked us up there. Yeah, big up to right, Jack. City need a right back. We've needed a right back for a long time, haven't we? I still don't understand how we still don't have a right back. What are we now? The 25th of August. We still don't have a right back. I don't get it. £400 million spent and we still don't have a right back. I don't understand. I really don't. Are you streaming today, Jack? Man City defense. It's like Beerschot's defense. You know what? Yeah, I think Beerschot's defense could give Man City's defense a run for their money right now. How Man City don't have wing backs, full backs, wing backs. I agree. I mean, I just want a good fullback. I'm not even asking, yeah? I'm not even asking to get Prime Walker here. Give me a Matty Cash. Give me someone who can give me a 6 or 7 out of 10 performance every week. Because that's better than midfielders, good midfielders, playing right back. Because they can't do it. Different instincts, different ideas, different ways of playing it, different understandings of the sports. They just can't do it. They just can't do it. Big up, Alf. Hope you haven't scored one of... sorry, Let me read that again. Big up, Alf. Hope you're good. Haven't called one of your streams for a while now. Big up to Godfrey as well. Big up. I'm doing great. That could change depending on the next Man City game result. But right now I'm doing great. You only have one left back, and the rest of your defense is made up of centre backs and midfielders. Squared backs, round holes. I agree. And listen. I heard Liverpool fans say this. I heard Arsenal fans say this. I heard Chelsea fans say this. I even heard Tottenham fans say this. All the big six clubs are saying this about Man City, except for the Man United, because they finally found Shane. Probably because they're 15th. So, when all the other clubs are saying it about you, you should acknowledge it. You can't get better if you don't acknowledge the problems at your squad, and I feel like that's what we're doing. We're covering our eyes, we're going... You know, it's like a child. It's like a child. Close your eyes, fingers in the ears, and la 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 la. That's what we do. That's what we do, I'll swear it down. I don't get it. The rebuild starts with the manager. Until the fans and board understand that, this team will... that's a bit dramatic, but I mean, I've said that for a while. When you do a rebuild, you need a new coach. When you do a rebuild, when Alex Ferguson did new rebuilds, he hired new coaches. That's how you do a rebuild. Rebuild means new ideas. The players are secondary in a rebuild. It's the ideas, the new identity that matters. Yeah, but that's fine. Because if you have one left back, left wing back, whatever you call it, push up very high, and the other one stays back a bit, you form a back three, which still works just fine. Or you can form a 2-3, like a 2-3 when you've got the ball, with a 6 who's more free to roam, which Rodri will be great at. So there are ways to play and be defensively solid. With wing backs or with one wing back, one full back. Right now, we're just doing none of that. In fact, you know what? I think if you play a 2-3 with Mateus, Nunez and Nuri, that could work. But then you'd need fast centre backs. That necessitates fast centre backs because you're going to get countered down the wide areas. And your centre backs will need to get back into that box. Big up to Steve. Galatasaray, please hurry up with Ederson. All we can do is pray. Not really. Man City has to accept a bit. It's reality. If Man City wants Donnarumma, we're gonna have to accept a bit. Same with Rodrygo. And why do I bring up Rodrygo? Because of this. This guy. He's just posting out whatever the fuck now. He's posting this out on Twitter. Sorry, Instagram. I'm fucking blind. I think this pretty much confirms him staying. I don't know. I think this confirms him staying at Man City. Because that's a very weird thing to post out, your trajectory of your career, then ending with Man City, if you're not staying at Man City. I think we should have accepted that bit. I really do think that we should have accepted the 70 million euros, I believe it was. I mean, come on. I don't care how good Savinho is, I really don't. You're not gonna convince me that he's a better winger than Rodrygo, who gets consistently, that's the important part, consistently better numbers than what Savio does. And he plays in an unnatural position. He gets benched a lot for arguably better players with Vinicius and Mbappe. You're not gonna convince me that Savio is better than that, and all that Champions League experience, and all that over and over and over again of doing it in big moments. You can't convince me that Savio is better than that. With Ederson, we have to accept a bit. We could have had 70 million for Savio. Gone to Rodrygo and bought him. We could have done that. There's no reasonable argument you can make against this signing. There is a reasonable argument. You can say I'd prefer the right back. You can say I'd prefer a different winger. But you can't turn around and say Rodrygo is not an improvement from Savio. Objectively, it is an improvement. And we need to accept a bit. Because this looks done. I'm gonna be honest, this looks done. Yeah, there's sources reporting that apparently Rodrygo wants a new destination. Don't be surprised if he ends up at Bayern München. Lost the name for a second. Don't be surprised. They need a left winger. They really need a left winger. If they get him, grim days for us. Promise David of Union is injured. Big up to him. I think your ownership and Pep are having disagreements of which players need to stay and which players need to go. Plus new players who need to join. Well, it's very simple, isn't it? Pep? Hey. You flopped our rebuild when we told you to do a rebuild. We urged you to do a rebuild. And you said no. So, hey, you fucked that up. Let us do the rebuild now and stop complaining. How about that? That's what you need to do if there is disagreement. Tell the manager where he stands. You're not the boss here. You're not the CEO. The CEO, that's Ferran Soriano. He's your boss. The chairman, that's Khaldoun Al-Mubarak. He's your boss. The owner, that's Sheikh Mansour. He's your boss. The sporting director, that's Hugo Viana. He's your boss. I think we need to put this guy back in his place if that is the case. But there's no real evidence that this is the case. But if that's the case, yeah, you need to put him in his place. Big up, Audible. It's been a while. Big up. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. What about you? Ajax Tottenham. You remember that game? Wolt gets this week, but Alva is in the know. He knows all, to be honest. I am. That is a joke, but I am not in the know. What day this week, though? Wait, what? I'm not sure what you're asking there. Today is Isaac Derby. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. I forgot about that. It's the Isaac Derby, guys. Not sure if I'll do a watch-along to that or not. Because I might not be home. But yo, I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me. If I get home in time, I'll do a watch-along. But I can't promise that. No clue for today, unfortunately. Listen. Jack, I'm the better ITK, so leave that to me, innit? Keep him. Play Calvin Phillips. We will regret selling Ederson. I don't think there is a way possible for us to regret selling Ederson. I'm really sorry to say it. I think he's terrible. I really think he's the worst goalkeeper in the Premier League, with the exception of Onana. I think with the exception of Onana, he's the worst. His passing is not as good as it used to be. Balls moments are on the rise. Not in the game anymore with his head. He doesn't care about Man City a lot anymore. His shots stopping is poor. I really think he's... it's shocking. I think he was the best goalkeeper in the world during the treble season. I was dying on that hill, yeah. I was saying he was better than Courtois after the treble. But look where he's now. Sometimes when you win the treble, it's gone. Sometimes the head is gone when you win the treble. We flopped on Rodrygo and missing out on Donnarumma too. We are a joke. I agree that we flopped on Rodrygo. I don't get it. I don't get why not just sell Savio to get Rodrygo. You get the objectively better player, more experience, you get the more consistent play. Like, this is the thing, yeah? Because people say, oh, but Savio, this one season. Savio's entire club career, he's had one good season. Rodrygo has been having good season after good season after good season. I think we need to respect the consistency there. I'm not calling Savio a one-season wonder. He's not. But there's no reason to think that Savio can outperform Rodrygo. It really isn't. Big up Adam. But when you sign Rodrygo, he comes in on high wages, plus a big fee, where Omar is playing. Sure. So how about this? You sell Savio, you give minutes to Echeverri, and you buy a right back. Oh wait. Echeverri is out on loan. Yeah, that's a joke, I hope. He wants to leave, Rodrygo. 9 p.m. Yeah, big up to Adam as well. And now City are not going to take opportunities. Use the tools that you have now. Yeah. These tools are enough to win a trophy, by the way. These players, I don't think it's enough to win a Premier League. Not because it's a bad squad, but because Liverpool, I think, have an incredible squad this year. But this is enough to win a trophy. Any trophy. I don't think, bar Donnarumma, I think we'll get him. We'll get anyone else. That's the truth. Do you think we will get Donnarumma and Rodrygo, Adam? Not enough to win the Champions League. No, I think it is. I think it is, because the Champions League, you don't need to be the best. You don't have to be the best to win the Champions League. I don't think we've got much of a chance in the Premier League. But if we full sense the Champions League, yeah, we get some lucky draws, some teams that are in a poor form or that have a lot of tough games ahead, and then we just decide to sack the league for the Champions League. You can win the Champions League. With enough luck, you can win that, even if you're shit. So if you're very good, like Man City, but just not good enough to win a Premier League title, I think you can win a Champions League. I disagree on that. Anyhow, let's actually talk about transfers here a bit. But yeah, apparently Rodrygo wants to leave. He looked very angry after being substituted off against Oviedo. Let me look up this team name again. Yeah, Oviedo. He was substituted off, and Rodrygo was fuming after he got taken off. So not sure not sure what to say about that, but I just don't think he's coming to City. I don't think it happens when we've got Savio's head. I think Savio's staying. I think that ship has sailed. Maybe I'm wrong, I just don't see this happening. Right then. So a bit more news. Let's start with this. I was actually supposed to end on this, but or start with this, but I ended up talking about everything except for this. Pep would have to get it right. I agree. Sack Pep, and I'll get unsubscribed now for saying that. Even if you read it from a comment, you'll get unsubbed. And sell Gundo. Now to have any chance of a league title. Yeah. I think Gundo has to go. I think Pep has to get his head out of his ass right now. He's been making the same mistake with his fullbacks for 2 years straight. You gotta fix up. You've got to fix up. Like today, there's a video of Pep Guardiola. I need to find this. I believe I uploaded it before. Give me a moment, yeah. I'm quickly trying to find something for you guys. I promise you guys, it will be lovely if I can find it. Oh, I never uploaded it. What a fraud I am. I'm such a fraud. Let's see, do I still have it on my PC? Oh, I'm such a fraud. Oh, nah, I'm a fraud, guys. I should have had this video ready. Why is it nowhere on my PC? I'm sure I had this on my PC, didn't I? Unless I deleted it. I might have deleted it. I had a perfect video as well. Yeah, it's in my bin somewhere. There's so many things in my bin. Here, I think I found it. I think I found it. Oh, is this the correct one? Oh, beautiful. I found it. I found it. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. There you go. Beautiful video. Beautiful video, guys. Jesus Christ, chat explode. Where are we? Where the fuck are we? What is my YouTube chat doing? There you go. Yeah, this is Pep Guardiola. This is Pep Guardiola. The question was, why have you not been sacked yet? This is his answer.
Well, I would tell you the secret. We will win games. If we don't win games, I will be sacked. This is not a secret about that. It's not because I am.
Let's run that back. Let's run that back.
I would tell you the secret. We will win games. If we don't win games, I will be sacked. This is not.
If we don't win major trophies, we will be sacked.
Well, I would tell you the secret.
Just one more time.
We will win games. If we don't win games, I will be sacked.
This is 2022. I think. I think it's 2021 or 2022. He said this. This is Pep Guardiola. This is what Pep Guardiola is saying. If you don't win major trophies, you get sacked. Well, Pep, gotta fix up. No excuses, you gotta fix up. Your own words. I'll just play out the rest of the video so you guys can see, and then I'll go back to my actual video. I'll upload this on Twitter so you guys can download it as well if you want to use it for whatever reason.
This is not a secret about that. It's not because I am. My hair is better than the other ones. So, I'm not sacked because I win. We win a lot of games during these years.
Voila, there you go. That is Pep's opinion. I am still here because I win games. If I don't win games, I will not be here anymore. Pep's own words. Literally, I'm literally just quoting Pep there. So you have to get back to winning stuff. Rodrygo, 63 minutes, played sub down, wasn't happy, and Vinicius Jr. decided to show up. I disagree. I think we have such a good backline. We have Guardiola. I think Guardiola is one of the best centre backs in the world. We have Yumaba. I think he is unreal. I have been hyping this man up since his debut at Valladolid. Yumaba, when this guy comes back from loan, he will destroy the Premier League. So quick. So quick. Imagine taking the best traits of Gusenov and the best traits of Diaz and you put it into one player. You've got Yumaba. Pace, the power, the aerial dominance, the on the feet defending, up the pitch winning the ball, the calm, the control, the vision. He's got everything. His passing needs a bit of work, which is why I wanted him on loan to a Premier League team, not a Ligue 1 team. But okay, fair. Once he gets that passing done, he'll be top 5 centre back in the world as well. So I think we've got Guardiola, Ba, Gusenov, 3 of the best centre backs in the world. I think Ruben Diaz is still very good. I think people are sleeping on him because a byproduct of what he's playing around him. I think Nuri is great. But we've got no backup for Nuri. O'Reilly can play there, sure, I'm happy with that, but he's not playing there right now. Our right back, we don't have one. None. Nada más. the tactics don't always work. Just sometimes it's the tactics, you know. Look at the high line we play, with the offside trap we play. When you play that type of football, you need a quick defender. At least one. We've got none. That's a problem. That's more systematic than player selection. Or like, that's more systematic problems than players' availability, I say. All this hype for Rodrygo not to come. Yeah, that happens a lot in football though, doesn't it? Go to get Nagelsmann or Zidane. Zidane won't come, I think. I think we should have gotten Zidane earlier if we wanted him. If we wanted him, we should have gotten him earlier. Pep won't turn this around as long as he plays that uses high line with slow defenders. I agree. High line, quick defender. It's that simple. It's that simple. At least one. This rebuild is awful. We have bought good players, but we haven't addressed the glaring issues in the team. I agree. No right back. Goalkeeper, still uncertain every game. Nothing wrong with Trafford, just I don't know him, so that's why it's an uncertainty. Slow central backs playing, I agree. Midfield still lacking depth. Last season went trophyless, hey. Pep was ruthless then. This isn't the same Guardiola anymore. A lot of people... you know what I think it is, yeah? I think it is this. When Jose Mourinho won the treble, he began his slow decline. He won his treble with Inter. How many league titles did he win after that? How many league titles did he win after that? One with Real Madrid and one with Chelsea. At two different clubs, by the way. Which is also important, because when you take a new job, it mentally refreshes you. But he slowed down. He wasn't winning back-to-back league titles. He wasn't dominating the way he used to. From the moment Jose Mourinho won that treble, he hit a crescendo and slowly went downhill. That's what's happening with Pep ever since he won the treble. Because you need to understand, winning the treble in your debut season proves nothing. If you win the treble in your debut season, everyone will call it beginner's luck. If you go on and dominate world football for 20 years and cap it off with another treble, now you're just the GOAT. When you've proven everything for almost 20 years straight, it's difficult to be motivated. I get that. It's difficult to still be in the correct mind state. I get that. I don't blame Pep for that. What I do blame him for is not playing the correct tactics and still being here when he's not in the correct mind state if he doesn't care. If he doesn't care, don't stay. If you do care, show it. Improve. It has to be one or the other. It has to be one or the other. He has to improve. I don't get it. I don't get how people can be happy with another trophyless season after £400 million spent. He has to improve. He has to win something. Even if it's just the Carabao Cup. I'll be happy with that. Carabao Cup, top 4, chilling. I'll smoke whatever. I'll drink my whatever. I'll drink my water. We keep it healthy here. While I say smoking something. Probably weed. I don't do weed. But you get my point, right? Just win something. I didn't even read this. My apologies. You did finish third, but also lost a final. Yeah, but losing a final is an accomplishment, is it? The unstoppable machine from 15 years ago with... Jesus Christ, that is 15 years. At Fenerbahce, they got Edson Alvarez on loan from West Ham. I think Edson Alvarez is a decent player, but I don't think he's a top level player. I think he's very good, though. Anyhow, Jack Grealish. I think he had to go. Let me start with that. I think Jack Grealish had to go. He's one of those players, after the treble, mentally it went. After the treble, he was just taking the piss. He was jacking off and all that shit. He had to go. But I think this is a player you see at Everton, you see at Aston Villa. He can come inside, come into midfield whenever he wants, and he looks brilliant. I think he looked brilliant against Nottingham Forest. I think he looked brilliant against, was it Everton when he played as a midfielder? I think he looked brilliant in a few games where he got freedom in the middle. And right now, he's getting that again at Everton, and he's showing that he can do it. So I think Jack Grealish, he had to go, but just annoying to see that he can still do it, and we didn't use him the way we could have last season when he was available. Even if he had to go, he was still available at that moment in time. What do you think of Jack Grealish's debut at Everton yesterday? Well, it wasn't his debut, but I think it was his first start. Played well. Everton won 2-0 against Brighton. Yes, sir. Anyhow, Kevin De Bruyne. Pick up Kevin. Kevin, my beloved. So sad to see this guy leave, man. So sad, because I think he still had a lot to offer. I think Kevin could have still done so much for us. But I won't cry. I promise I won't cry. Let me read this first, before I waffle about De Bruyne. Jack was not the same player he was after the treble. Completely agree. Completely agree. But when we had him, we could have used him, and we didn't. We saw he could play good in midfield, and we didn't use him in that midfield. That's the problem I had. He had to go. He had to go. He was mentally washed. Not physically, not technically, but mentally he was washed after that. Napoli won 2-0 in the other game. Indeed, Kevin De Bruyne, I mean, he's pretty much just gone to Napoli to say, hey, look at that, I can do it. He's gone there to say, look at me, look at how good I am. Don't you regret this? Don't you regret letting me go? I do. I think this is another sign of our rebuild that's maybe not completely optimized. It's annoying. It really is. It really is. I think Kevin will ball out. I don't think he's washed. I think of all the uncles, he's not washed. He would have made an impact. Imagine if instead of Bernardo Silva off the bench against Spurs, you bring Kevin De Bruyne off the bench. Let me see. When are we going to get our Here we go? I want to say soon, but I'd be lying. I'd be lying if I said soon. We're not gonna get a Here we go soon, I think. I think that's I think we will get. I'm almost certain that we will be getting Donnarumma. I don't think we're getting Rodrygo. I don't think so. Go and get me Guehi. Nah. Guehi is overrated, I think. Gusnov, I like. Vanderson, sure. I'm tired of this useless defense that can't be trusted. I think Yuma Ba is better than Guehi. Just bring him back from loan. I have heard, we've talked about it. We've talked about it. I don't think he's coming to City. Because we need to sell Savio. We're not looking like we're selling Savio at the moment. I don't get why. But we're just not. So I think we're not getting Rodrygo. Even if he's available, we're not getting him. Call that what you like. Call that what you like. Call it stupid business management. Call it great transfer business to keep Savio. Whatever you like. If you like it or not, I think that's just what it is. I think that's what it is. Kevin and Grealish balling out. Mostly Kevin. Kevin De Bruyne, he scored the second goal. Yes, he will. He'll score a lot, I think. He'll score and assist a lot. I think he'll have an absolute blinding season there. Rodrygo ain't coming. Prepared for the words. Yeah. This is what I think. This is what I think. I think he's going Bayern. I agree we don't get Rodrygo. Yeah, so I think everyone here doesn't see it happening. Yuma Ba and Husnov will stabilize his defense. Absolutely agreed. Gusnov on his own already made an impact when he played. Fully agreed. But I still like Diaz though. I really do still like Diaz. I think he's still got a place in that squad. But Diaz needs fast players around him. When you help Diaz, he will make you better. But you need to help him. And we're not doing that. Especially World Cup season, I think Rodrygo. I thought he will be gone by now from Madrid. Yeah, I thought the same, but I don't think we're getting him. Yeah, we're talking with Ederson. I do think Ederson will leave and we will get Donnarumma. But I think Rodrygo is a no-go. If I'm being completely honest. Sent you highlights on Twitter that you can watch after the stream. Highlights of what? Diaz thinks he cares more about Instagram selfies. Diaz plays great. Diaz plays great. Let me pull out a tactical pad. Or just line a boulder. Whatever. This doesn't really work, does it? Yeah, let me pull out a tactical board. 1 second. Tactical board. There we go. Oh, that's the wrong one. Tactical board. Let's try this again. There we go. Okay. This can go. This can go. All we need is really Diaz. And the rest of you can go. All we need is Diaz here. Diaz. Duas. Duas is his new name. Remember the name. I think what Diaz does here, in this area, he will keep winning the ball back. Pay attention to this next time. Next time we play a game, pay attention to Diaz in this area. Every time the ball gets cleared, Diaz will collect the clearance. Whether it's here, Diaz will collect it. Diaz will collect these clearances. And he'll get this ball up the pitch again. He'll get this ball forwards again. He keeps our attack moving. He keeps our attack turning. I think he does that so well. I think, yeah, in this area is appalling. I agree. What he does in this area makes up for it. And he's not bad here because he's a bad player, but because he's slow. And he just can't keep up. But you get a fast centre back there, say Husanov. Say you get Husanov there, yeah? Diaz in this area will continue to win that ball back. Diaz, sorry, not Husanov. And Husanov in this area will do that work that Diaz can't do here. And then when you come to the box, you've got two different defenders. One who stays on his feet, and one who will go in a bit more, tackle a bit more. And I think you need both. And that's why I think Diaz is still a very good defender. I think Josko is probably better. I think there are better defenders for sure, but I don't think he's bad. By no means. We need to get rid of Eddie first, before Donnarumma, I reckon you meant. Why is my camera? But yeah, I agree. Ederson has to go first before Donnarumma can happen. The Napoli goal scored by De Bruyne. Second. Oh, you sent a highlight of that. Okay, I'll check that out when I'm done. Kevin easily wins Player of the... I don't think you ever easily win Player of the Season in any league. But I wouldn't be surprised, but I disagree with this. Because look at Cesc Fabregas with Chelsea. You put active, strong, pace-empowered midfielders around Cesc Fabregas. Fabregas can distribute from deep. Can absolutely cook. I think we should have done the same with Kevin. Put Kevin deep. Put pace-empowered next to him. And Kevin is gonna cook. And he would have been a super sub. He would have not been a starting player. I think Tijani has a lot of pace on him, has good power on him, has good defensive on him. But he's not really pace and power, is he? A Baleba will be that, I suppose, for the best example I can give. I finished touching up. Fuck. What does this mean? I think you're implying something. That I think there's an implication here, but I'm just gonna go past that. Big up to Igaldinho. Yeah. By the way, I've sent you a second video also after the stream. I'll check that out after the stream. Get a haircut. Get a life. Or the bitches, maybe both. Do you think we will get here we go tonight? I doubt it. I don't know when we'll get a here we go, if we'll get a here we go. But I doubt it. I really do. When City teams plays teams that press high like Liverpool, City quit playing up so high. Our defense is way too slow. Yeah, you always have to come back. When you play a top team like Liverpool, Real Madrid, Bayern München, you'll have to defend. You'll just have to. And you need to be able to retain that defensive shape. Which is why I think Diaz is great. He's great in just retaining a defensive shape. Even if he's slow on the counter. Get a Gussenov there, a quick player, to handle that counter. Let Diaz come back on his own pace. And set down. Stop Real Madrid from... just an example. Stop whoever you're playing against from scoring when you get boxed down into your own box. And have someone there who's calm. Makes the correct decision. How big is yours? Okay, mates. I don't allow impersonators anyhow. Hi, choose it from channel. There we go. Bye bye. Au revoir. Au revoir. I assume bigger than yours, considering I'm not in people's live chats impersonating Egal. Big up to Egal, by the way. Big up to Egal. Like he knows who I am. But a bit weird if you're going around impersonating YouTubers and saying that type of stuff in another one's chat. You wanna be surprised if you got... I don't want Barcelona. I want the easiest, scummiest road to the final. Give me the scummiest road to the final and we can win something. Most frustrating thing for me is that we are not finishing our dinner. I disagree. I think we had 2 good chances all game. Armouche, with the ball from Haaland, was 1 chance we should have scored. And Haaland with that one-header as well. That's two chances all game. I mean, yeah, I expect us to score chances, of course. But it's not like we played good. It's not like we deserved to win. It's not like we made the better chances. So, yeah, we need to finish our dinner. Absolutely agree. But we need to get a full course meal as well. Dinner can't be 1 sausage. No? You need to get a sausage, you need to get some mashed potatoes, you need to get some applesauce. You need to get an entire dish ready. We had 1 sausage. So yeah, we didn't even finish the sausage. Bad. Because you need a whole meal there, and we didn't have that. That's a terrible. That is a terrible analogy, isn't it? Especially Haaland's being in the area. Yeah, Haaland's being in the area of danger, but barely getting chances. Again, he has 1 good chance. The first header he got, I think the ball was too steep. He was never heading that down. The second one he should have scored, I think. Again, I can forgive Marmouche 1 chance that he didn't score. I can forgive Haaland 1 chance he didn't score. If they both missed 2 sitters, then yes. If 1 player misses 2 sitters, bad. If 1 player misses 1 sitter, I can say, okay, it's just 1 chance. That's the problem. We're not creating enough chances, I think. Especially when you play against deep blocks. Look at that moment from Doku, by the way, when he cut it back to Foden. Haaland and Silva were free on the back post. He could have chipped the ball to them. Passed it to Foden, who was never going to score. He was surrounded by how many players? I don't know. I think 4 players. He was never going to score. Yeah, we're not scoring in general. Forget open player corners, we're not scoring in general. Pep sets the team up for failure. I think he sets up certain players for failure. I think the way he plays Diaz, you set Diaz up for failure. Because you know he can't do that role, but you still ask him to do it. That frustrates me too. Instead of actually having a game plan against top teams, we just played this stupid sideline and we give them an easy win. Well, there is a game plan for sure, but it's not working. Are you gonna do a watch along today? Probably not, and I do have to go. Actually, I just realized I should have already been gone, so I'm gonna be late now. Oh dear. Anyhow, let's see if anyone's live. Let's see it. Nobody live, really. Wow. Wow. I guess I'm the only football YouTuber tonight. I'm just owning everything here. Oh, big up Calcio. Big up Calcio. I was just about to end. Calcio has a talent of always joining the stream the moment I'm about to end the stream. It's honestly a special talent. Big up Calcio, how are you? But I do have to go. I really do have to go. So, thank you guys for sticking in here today. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. No worries, bro. No worries. Big up. Big up.